Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having water, and tonight I'll be discussing Queen of Ash and Ruin by D.M. Swartwout, and I probably butchered that, and I am so sorry. She is also known as Ellie Darling, and she is definitely a darling. She is so kind and sweet. I've actually met her a couple times, once at Sinful Signings, and then once at Lucky and Lumbar, where I bought this, and I'm going to be seeing her next month in June at Packin' the Readers, which is in Green Bay, Wisconsin, which has tickets still available if anyone wants to come check it out. I did, however, have this on my Kindle because I am a Kindle reader. I think I got it from one of those Stuff Your Kindle days. As always, I'm giving my honest opinion. These are the highlights and the content warnings. And my rating for this book is 4 stars, so what's it about? So this book takes place in a realm called Darren, which was once peaceful for everyone. That is until Morgan came along and started a war that not only tore apart the land, but may in fact be killing the land due to the life force Arwen, which is slowly diminishing. Now there are many who refuse to bend the knee to the self-appointed queen, such as Barrett, who is the son of one of her generals who is plotting not just against his father, but against the queen as well for the safety of his family. One of his plots includes sending away his brother Helmer, who is a hollow, and sending him to a place where he could be safe out from under the thumb of his father. Now, Helmer has always thought himself to be a hollow, and on his journey from his home to this rebel colony, he finds out that may in fact be a lie, and he has a bigger role to play than he could have ever expected. At the same colony that he's traveling to is a fae by the name of Kina, who is struggling with a new emerging power that is forcing her to take a more active role in her community, becoming the warrior it needs when all she wishes is to become a healer. But with this new power comes whispers that not only comfort her, but urge her to give in to her fury and anger, something that she knows she must resist even as she feels her control slipping. As these people's journeys converge, they will have to deal with the threat of Morgan as well as the diminishing life force that is making their connection to their magic unstable, making people desperate. So choices and sacrifices will have to be made in order to restore the balance. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this 4 stars. Now, I'm going to be honest. This book started off a little slow for me, and it took a while for me to get into it. But eventually, I really started to get into the story once I understood the characters and what was going on. I will say this book, the first one, is more fantasy than it is romance. I do hope the next book has more romance in it. This book is more for setting up the characters, the world, as well as all the plots and storylines that are going on, because there are a lot of POVs, and each one has their own scheming going on. So once I got that all straightened out in my head, I definitely started to enjoy myself. Now, of all the characters, the 2 that interest me the most currently are first going to be Kina, who would rather be a healer and help her community that way about being surrounded by plants all day, but that's just not what is in store for her. Instead, she's having to take a more active warrior role, and rather than lament that fact, she just steps up and does what she can, even if it means she's pushing against her family and their wishes to keep her safe as she's the baby of the family. So she is definitely determined and resilient, and I appreciate that about her. Next is going to be Helmer, who is definitely a sweetheart, and your heart just breaks for him for everything that he's gone through with the mistreatment from his father as well as his brothers. But as he sets out on this new journey, you're just hoping for the best for him, and along the way you get these hints that there is something going on, and there are going to be some surprises coming his way, and I am really intrigued as to what those are. This book is currently available, and I did enjoy it, but it was a slow start for me. As long as you're comfortable with more fantasy than romance in this one and a lot of different POVs, I'm sure you will enjoy it as well. Like I said, it's currently available, and I hope you give it a try, and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.